As always, timestamps in the description below. Welcome back to...
Welcome back.
You gonna do it? You want to do it? Here, go ahead. Go ahead. You got it, producer.
Welcome back. We have
Yeah, there you go. Look, frozen the spotlight. There we go. He's frozen the spotlight. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the One Stop Shop Podcast, Episodio 5, Episode 5. We are here. Oh, I bet you didn't know I could speak Spanish, did you? Well, here's why Sims is butting in. It's because, what do I have on the schedule for the podcast today? Absolutely nothing. Because this is Sims' show. This is his podcast today. He's got everything.
Jam-packed. That's what it was. We have a jam-packed. Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
So we're going to let him... let me mention, literally two things real quick, because I wanted to say this. One, I seen this commercial for NHL coming back in October. It looked fine. And then also, the NFL started. So, go Falcons. And also in October, the Braves, postseason time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's all I wanted to mention. All right, it's your show. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today, tonight, whenever you're listening, do we have a show for you? This might be the best episode to date. Now, I said it's filled. It's filled to the brim of stuff. So we're going to start straight off. We have a video that you're going to be watching. See, I already got y'all going right when I run things. We got a video in the podcast. So we're about to insert this video for y'all to watch because we're going to talk about it after. So watch the video. It's only like 9 minutes. Yeah. It's a good video. Just trust me. Just watch it. It's going to be worth your time. Okay. So we're going to insert the video now, and then we'll come back after you watch it, and then we'll talk about it. So here's the video.
just a girl. I'm just a girl. Are there any boys here? Are there any boys here? What would you do? What would you do if I said, let's have all the boys sing with me? Would you do it? Would you do it? Okay, boys. Okay, goes like this. Goes like this. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I said, boys only. Girls. Shut up. Are you ready, boys? I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl in the world. Come on. Gotcha. Gotcha. Come on. That was funny. Wait a minute. What about all the cute, sweet, charming, innocent, sexy girls? Would you like to sing? Okay, girly girls, sweet girls. Okay. It goes like this. Fuck you, I'm a girl. Fuck you, I'm a girl. Fuck you, I'm a girl.
let me just start off with how I discovered this video. Last night, I had some work I was doing for school that was keeping me up late. So I needed something to keep me like energized. Because I didn't go to bed till like 3 something, like 3:20, and I had to wake up at like 5:50. So I didn't get no type of sleep. So when I'm up that late, I need something to get me going. And things I like to watch on YouTube. I like to watch concerts. Like, I like to watch people perform their songs live, aka a concert. I've never been to a concert, but I like to do that just to like see what it's like. So I picked my rock playlist. And so I went through each song I had on there to go see it live, and I got to the one you just saw. And that might have been the best concert I've ever seen, even though I've never been to one. First point. That song's amazing. I heard it on Captain Marvel. So that's exhibit. It already has like good feelings just from that. But I think personally, seeing the song that way, I enjoyed it more than just listening. Because like listening to it, it was a fun song, but like seeing it live just like that, I wish I would have been there. What did you think about the video, the live performance of the song?
Okay, so he had me just now watch this, like literally just now. I made like 3 mental points. The first one, I've seen a lot of like, not in person, but like also on YouTube and like TV. Like, I've seen a lot of live performances. That was probably the weirdest one I've ever seen, I would say. Like, that's probably the... I don't really know what kind of words to use for it. I don't know. It was unique, I guess. 2, I know me and you have great minds think alike. We really can finish each other's sentences most of the time. But, like, certain things that we find cool or, like, entertaining, I think there's, like, a little distance there. Like, in between us. Like, we're not the same person. We have great minds that think alike. But when it comes to entertainment, not everything we pair together in. Because I was watching that and I was like, this looks like something right up Sims' alley. I was like, he likes something like this, you know? Me?
Okay, wait. Okay, let me tell you why I think you're missing. The main thing so I told you before, that was my 3rd time watching it all the way through. Previously, every time I would start to watch it, it was so good I had to rewind to begin just so I get the beginning part. And that's because you'll appreciate this. First, I didn't know that was Gwen Stefani. I didn't know that was her in the band.
I could tell that.
So like I saw her and I was like, it looks like Gwen, but that's not Gwen. And then I went to the comments and they were like, Gwen Stefani. I was like, yeah. Oh, is that Gwen? I looked it up. It was Gwen. I was like, oh snap. Didn't know that. So seeing her at the very beginning when she's like, the song hasn't even started. She's just like messing with the crowd. Right then I was like, ooh, she feels like she could be a good heel in wrestling. Like I was getting some Zack Sabre vibes, some Pete Dunne. I was getting some. Oh, you look like you can control a crowd. You weren't getting that.
I mean, I was like so bewildered by like what everybody was doing. Like her band and her, they were just acting like I don't know what was going on, and I was like, this is the strangest live performance I've ever seen. Like, the third point I was gonna make was I did recognize that was Gwen, and I think if you take that character, if it was to be a character up on stage singing that live performance, that exact Gwen Stefani, that would make a perfect Harley Quinn. I think she might be a really good Harley Quinn.
So you went. I didn't think that. I went to wrestling. That's what I saw. I didn't see that. I could, but I still see her more. Give her a mic. I want to go out there and talk to the crowd.
Well,
Work them up.
I don't know. I just thought it was something different. That's for sure. It was different.
Well, that's a bust on that point. But another point was, I don't know if I noticed, but then until I went to the comment section, that's what I really realized. But that one dude was playing the same thing for 5 minutes straight, and everybody else was just being able to rest, and he was just playing that same tune over and over. Not that that's fine that you could do that. That's just cool to me. He's just sitting there, and somebody's wiping off his face while he's still just playing that same chord over and over and over. So that was I thought that was fine. And then also you said the band was doing weird stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. At the very beginning, that one dude playing the guitar is acting like he's controlling that one dude. I said, "What is this dude doing?" I said, "Dang that!" And it was kind of fun. And then the dude at the top, the dude that was playing the piano or whatever, he was just going crazy with it. He had some dreads. He was just going crazy. But the real crazy dude is the one next to him. I don't know. I don't think he played an instrument. I think he was just dancing.
Was that the dude wiping everybody with the? Was that the dude wiping everybody with the towel?
I said, "Dang!" And you had what was it? The one point when him and Gwen are punching back and forth. I was like, "That's fine." But one of the small things that I liked about it, which you wouldn't get this feeling being there. This is more just a production thing, when you put it out in a documentary or something, or you put it out on a disc. But they slow-mo'd 2 times in there, and I love a good slow-mo. You know, in the movie, dude's walking, it's a nice slow-mo walk, and he has some good music walking. It's just a good slow. I love a good slow-mo. So they did a slow-mo when Gwen jumped off something. I was like, that was fun. Because she was high up in the air and the slow-mo made her fall. But the real fun one was the guitar dude. All he did was he probably didn't even get that high. But the slow-mo made it look like he jumped really high. And I was like, dang, that's fun. I don't know why you weren't liking that video. Because it had about everything you needed. And then the crowd was fun. Yeah. I had already seen that little circle thing they do when they run around in a circle. I had already seen that at some other rock things when I was watching last night. They just get in the circle and just start running around. Crowd was amazing.
When did that happen?
I wish I could have been there live for that. That would have been crazy.
When did that happen?
I don't know why you didn't like it.
What are you talking about, circle thing? I didn't see that.
So in the crowd.
Oh, the crowd.
Yeah, the people in the crowd were form this big circle. There's a gap because there's a big circle in the middle. These little circles around, and they're running around the edge, just running in a circle.
I know there's mosh pits, mosh pits at rock concerts. Those are nuts. It's not just rock, but it's what's the electro? It's called EM. I don't know. It's got a certain name, but electro music, they be having them mosh pits too. Raves and stuff. I mean, I don't know. Let me watch it a few more times. Just initial reaction, it was just, it was unique.
I feel like if I go see, and they put a whole twist on it in the middle, to where when you go see somebody perform, if I ever see somebody, one, I don't want you to have your vocals in the background. I don't want to hear your recorded voice at all when I'm there. And they didn't do that. Just happy they didn't do that. But then also, they made it its own thing. Because I watched another live concert where they performed that song, and they didn't do that. So they made that performance for that crowd special in that, like, they made it like that. Like, they were performing up there. That's what I felt like. They were putting on a show while also, like, playing this amazing song. The song sounded so good. Like, I didn't think it would sound that good live and not in studio. It sounded amazing. I was getting hype just sitting here when I was listening to it. That was amazing. That was amazing. I don't see. I think you need to watch it some more. I think you need to watch it some more and really, like, look at it and just, like, get into it. I don't think you were into it. You were probably like, I don't want this. What is this? This is weird. We're 9 minutes still. Thank God. No, you just gotta, like, get into it. Like, look at the small details. It's so fun. Is there anything else you got on it? I know you sound like you didn't like it, so you probably got nothing else to say.
No, I think Gwen Stefani would be a good Harley Quinn if she always acted like that.
Okay, well, that's it for that. The next thing, we just had Labor Day. Now, for the folks that don't know, tell them what is Labor Day celebrating? For some of us, me, who don't know what Labor Day is actually for, and why we got school off.
Okay, so you're putting me on the spot here. What is Labor Day?
Oh, so you don't know what Labor Day is?
Well, I mean, yes, yeah. I mean, I do.
No,
So, well, here's what I know what it is. So, I know it's in September.
Oh,
it's I think it just honors, like, Americans that, like, work, like, just working Americans. Like, it's just a day to honor people working. I really think that's what it is.
Okay. Well, regardless of what it's for, Labor Day weekend passed, and this originally wasn't going to be my plan at all. I had this on here, but then the weekend actually came, and I feel like we had a very different weekend in terms of emotions, and not in the sense of, like, something terrible happened, but in the sense of, like, it's like a roller coaster of being taken to a high and then coming down and up and down. I feel like we varied on that. So we're gonna recap our weekends in a back and forth way. I'm not just gonna say my whole weekend and he says his. We'll go, like, day by day kind of.
Okay.
So
yeah, let me mention something real quick.
Go ahead.
Labor Day in the United States is a public holiday celebrated on the first Monday in September. It honors Americans' labor movement and the contributions that workers have made to the strength, prosperity, laws, and well-being of the country. So, yes, it just honors people who work.
As long as I ain't gotta go to school, it works out. That's fine. So we'll start with Friday. Give your Friday. Was there anything, like, noteworthy happening Friday? Or is that not part of your Labor Day weekend? Do you not count that?
So my whole weekend was kind of a mesh because it was one whole thing, but there was some underlining things that was happening elsewhere that didn't have to do with Labor Day.
So anything, not specifically what you did for Labor Day, but just this is the time frame that we're going with, Friday to Monday.
So Friday I was getting ready to go on our camping trip. My parents got a new camper, and we're going with Mackenzie, my fiance, and her family, who camps all the time. And we were all going together on a camping trip. And Friday, I had to pack all my stuff and make sure I had all my school taken care of for that week. And also found out, well, I already kind of knew, but I found out a little bit more details about our new owners at our restaurant.
So, what is that bad? Good? What do you mean?
So, I'd rather save the talk about the owners for more towards the rest of the Labor Day, because they get more into it. Okay.
So, in the sense of that day, would you say that was it was an up day, it was a down day, it was in the middle?
It was a middle
day.
It was a middle day,
Okay. My Friday wasn't. I went to school and came back to my apartment, and nothing really noteworthy happened. So that was just a chalk it up day. I only counted Friday because I didn't know if something happened on you for Friday. Neither of us, nothing happened on Friday. We'll go to Saturday. What happened on your Saturday?
So that was the bulk of the camping day. That was a good day, great day. I put it in the great category because we brought a huge TV, hooked it up to some internet, and watched. Huh?
So you go camping. You go camping to I want to experience Mother Nature.
Yeah.
I want to disconnect from the world. I know that's why some people go. And then this man says, I don't know,
well,
that's camping. Bring that whole TV we got and bring some internet.
Well, that's usually why we go camping, is for like Mother Nature. But it was Georgia's first game day, so absolutely not missing that. So set the TV up. We watched basically from college game day at 12 o'clock to Georgia's game at 7:30. We just watched football all day and just chilled and ate. And good day. Georgia got the victory. Nothing about work yet because I was just having a swell time over the weekend watching Georgia. So.
Okay. So my Saturday, I woke up. I had to get an early start because Saturday, as we mentioned on last week's episode, jam filled to the brim with wrestling. So Saturdays when I go to Walmart. So I got up early. I went to Walmart, and when I got everything I needed. I came back, and this is where the first down happens. So I was under the impression, which that's my fault. I didn't look it up. I thought the Copper Box and Takeover Cardiff were starting at like the same exact time.
Yeah.
But that was not the case. The Copper Box started at like 12:30 my time, I think. So I was waiting around, just dilly-dallying. And, I try to get on there just to like make sure I got the right thing and it's going to pull up. And then I pull it up, and it's in the middle of a match. I said, oh my gosh. It just like already, I was trying to watch this start to finish. That already put it, I was like,
the official name is Royal Quest.
Huh?
The official name was Royal Quest.
Yeah, no, I called it.
I know.
That was a call. Forget the official. So I have a decision. I like to start stuff from the beginning. Do I risk something getting spoiled, or do I just keep watching? So I decided, let me see what matches are happening. So I looked up the order of the matches that they were going.
Yeah.
And technically, nothing really happened that I didn't expect to happen. So I was like, all right, I'll watch. So I turn it on, and then like 30 minutes later, Cardiff comes on. So I'm like, I'm going to try to watch it at the same time. I don't know, I'm going to try it. That ended up not working because I couldn't concentrate. So I switched over to Copper Box. I'll just watch Cardiff later. So I'm sitting there, and I'm really sleepy for some reason.
I get sleepy when I watch wrestling. I get sleepy when I watch wrestling. I don't know why it puts. Not that it's boring. I love wrestling. It just makes me tired.
Well, that does have me, but that wasn't the case this time. I was sleepy, and I started not to feel well. So I was like, this isn't. Oh, I don't know what's going on, but like, I'm trying to watch this. I'm trying to watch, and I keep dozing off. I'm like, dang, I need to focus. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm trying to watch this match. So I'm watching, and I'm like, I finally got to say, I'm not feeling well. I'm just gonna lay here and like go to sleep. So I turn it off, and I'm like, I'm just laying there. And part of the reason it kept buffering. It kept stopping and starting in the match. I was like, I can't get into the flow. I'm falling asleep. It's just not meant to be. So I turned it off, and I go to sleep. So that brought me down. I didn't even get to watch. I'm not going to be able to watch Cardiff because I'm not feeling well. So, I'm really cold. My throat's starting to hurt. I'm like, let me just lay down. If I just go to sleep, I'll feel better. So I wake up, and I'm not turning on Cardiff because I already missed it from the beginning. I'll just wait for all those to finish, and then what I do? I think I was waiting around for the Tennessee game after I woke up, and I was like, the whole day I was like, oh yeah, we're playing Georgia State, like, you know, yeah, I'm first game, but it's like, it's Georgia State. I'm not that hyped, you know, it's Georgia State. So the whole time I'm like, why am I going to waste my time watching this game? Like, I could do something else more productive than watch it just blow out Georgia State. Like, it's not even fun. And so I'm sitting there, and it's like the first quarter ends, and my mom's like, she's like, are you watching the game? And I was like, okay, I guess I should be watching the game. So I was like, yeah, I'm watching it. I turn it on. I got the game on, and I'm just, you know, it's in the background. I'm not really watching, you know, it's just on. And this is where it goes to another down. So I get brought down again because somehow I don't understand. Somehow we lost to Georgia State, and I've seen all the memes, all the Tennessee paid Georgia State $900,000 to come and beat them. I've seen my uncle left a whole voicemail saying that like Georgia State just got a football team and they beat a Power 5 team, and his niece goes to Georgia State and he hasn't seen nobody bigger than him up there. He's just giving me all the flack. I'm not mad because like we deserve all that because I don't know how we lost. That's pitiful. So that kind of put a damper. So I'm already like, oh man, that's like 3 downs in a row we just got. I'm like, the weekend is like, it's not going good. But then all out happens. I can say that was it shot through the roof, and it just threw everything from that day out the water. And all out made Saturday a great day. All out was amazing. I was so hyped watching it.
It felt huge.
It felt monumental, and like I was like, I'm like, yo, this is about to be every week I get AEW. And I'm like, God. So that put my Saturday at an up, but it could have. It would have been a down day because I was starting not to feel good, and I didn't get to watch the wrestling like I wanted. And in Tennessee, I don't know. Tennessee lost to Georgia State somehow. So that was my Saturday. So anything on that? If not, then you can give your Sunday.
Well, like I said, we were watching football all day, so I actually watched your game, and I figured you were already getting enough flack, and you didn't really kill me about Georgia leading up to our first game. Like, usually you're all like, oh, yeah, you guys are going to have a trash season, you know. But I just let it slide, you know. I was like, I'm sure he's getting enough. I'll let everybody else hound him, and, you know, I'll go on with life because Georgia's still got to win later tonight, so I just went on with life about that. I was at this point, I had watched basically zero wrestling because other than the hotspot we were using to watch the television, we had no internet. And I had watched part of the buy-in on All Out. I can't even watch Royal Quest yet, Copper Box, because I'm not done with the G1. And Cardiff was like, I'll just watch Cardiff later. But, I mean, now I've watched all of All Out and almost finished with Cardiff, but that's not this weekend, or that wasn't Labor Day weekend. So, Sunday, we got up at the campsite and went to church. From the campsite, came back, chilled. Still didn't get much wrestling watched at all. I watched a little bit of the buy-in on All Out, and I will say that All Out was great. I'll mention something about it in a minute, but yeah. And then we had church again that night, so we went back, found out a little bit more about the new owners, which I will get to on Monday. And so, yeah, good day. Sunday was a good day. Another day camping. That was more nature, I guess, because we'd taken the TV down, so it was more of a nature day.
So I've never gone camping, but I've seen. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. Like I mentioned earlier, like with the concerts, the stuff I don't do, I just watch it on YouTube. So I've seen a bunch of people go camping on YouTube, and I don't really see them leave and come back a lot. Is that just because you were going to church, or do y'all always like leave?
No, yeah, that was just for church. We had like a big weekend at church. Like we had officer calling, which is where like we elect if we want to keep the pastor and like song director and all that. That was that weekend, so yeah, it was important for us not to miss. So we just went for church. But like other than that, we stay on the campsite.
All right. So Sunday is what I would say. Sunday is. How do I say? If we're talking about a roller coaster, not in the sense of when you have fun, but in the sense of just going up and down. Friday and Saturday were just that first time. Let's say Six Flags, the Goliath. When you're going up the Goliath and you're just going up the really big one, I'm just going up really big, going and going and going. Sunday is when that drop, the first drop, the biggest drop happens. That's where Sunday happened. I just went straight down. I felt terrible. It hurt to swallow, and I was like, oh, please don't let this be strep. I cannot get strep right now. I felt nauseous. I had no energy. Like I was dead, and it hurt to like stand up. Like my body was aching. I was cold. So I laid in bed all of Sunday and like just watched YouTube and slept and ate. But I don't know if this compounded me not feeling well because I had made some chicken. I'd made four chicken breast. And my mom gave me like the recipe on like how long to put it in the oven, what the chicken should be on for you to eat it, like what temperature. So it says the chicken should be at 170. Yeah. So when I made it, y'all don't understand how hard I tried to get this thing to 170. I put it come out, it's on 160. I said, okay, I'll put it in there for like 20 more minutes. I take it back out, it's still not at 170. I said, it's getting late. This was, because I made it all in advance. I was like, I need to go to sleep. So I was like, 160 is fine. I'll be okay. So I ate the chicken on 160. That might have been the worst thing I could have done. Because every time I ate the chicken right after, stomach automatically messed up. I was like, ooh, I guess I should get that to 170 next time. So, and I'm not going to waste the chicken because, like, I don't have a lot of meat just stored here. So I have to eat the chicken. So it's making me feel worse. I have to use the bathroom, but then like my stomach's all messed up, and I feel like I'm about to throw up. Saturday was bad. I tried to take like some Zyrtec for like my sneezing and my coughing. That wasn't doing nothing. I slept a lot. or not Saturday, Sunday. I just said Saturday. Sunday was bad. I slept a lot. All that hype I had from All Out, that's all gone. I feel dead. Like I was up until that day. I've never felt worse before. So that was definitely the down. This is where my Labor Day took a turn down, like a drop off to a down. So yeah, that was Sunday. Sleeping, I felt terrible and laying in bed, and like I couldn't study either because like I needed to be studying, but like I can't study when I lay down because like I just can't do that. Like it doesn't work because I need like write stuff down. It's not comfortable, and when I start to hurt my neck, I wasn't even feeling well, so I couldn't study at all that day. So Sunday was terrible. But you can go, unless you got something for that, you can go on to apparently the big day for you, which coincides with my big day also, Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
The extra Labor Day. That's what the whole weekend is about.
So, speaking of labor, I guess we'll start with that. My job. Now, we'll keep it, this is a podcast that goes public, so I'm not going to, like, name drop, like, every detail. I work at a pizza restaurant. We got new owners. Now, we ask anybody who works in the restaurant. Never thought it would happen. Ever. Like, we thought that our boss was going to be there until his death. Like, he's been there like 30 years. Well, he just up and sold it. Like, he sold it to members of his family. And we have always been very clean, very, good. Nothing wrong. Well, the new guys come in, and they're like, this place looks dirty. We need to clean it. And, we're like, what? Just what? So, we are still currently in this massive overhaul to, like, change everything in our restaurant. Now, the owners themselves, I've worked with them 3 times so far. Super nice people. They're actually really nice. I really like them. Really cool people. Like the actual boss man bought everybody like smoothies and donuts the other day. So, really cool people. And they the one thing I'm just, we're still worrying about how, not really worrying, but like what is the schedule going to look like? What's the money going to be? What's going to change? Because they say they're going to change everything. But so far, not that it's been a bad change, but it's been a big change. Because, like, no one expected our boss to just be like, all right, I'm selling. So, I've been doing that all week, not just really Monday. As wrestling, I was in the middle. This is where I kind of took it. It wasn't a bad day, but this one thing just kind of really got me down a little bit. So all that was big, of course. I was watching, enjoying all of it, I want to mention, like, the Young Bucks match started, and I was like, why does everybody call the Young Bucks a spot fest? And I was like, honestly, I kind of feel that way. I was like, let me see if they can change it right now. So,
well, you said you kind of feel what? You cut out right there.
That they're a spot fest.
Oh,
okay. So, like, I understand when people say that because, like, they wait and they pause, like, for a certain sequence to go down. It's like they look at each other and then they look at their opponents and then they, like, go do the move, the spot, And it's like, it's just like they're just there for the spots sometimes. Like, it's so choreographed sometimes. Like, sometimes you can just, like, they stand there until the other one's ready to do the move. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's so...
Yeah.
It's so spotty sometimes. Well, it started. They go out there for the, the Meltzer driver. And I'm like, dang, Bucks. I'm like, I thought y'all were about to have a 5 match. Why are y'all already doing the same things? And then after I said that, it's like they heard me. It's like they heard me and were like, oh, okay. This little dude over here thinks that. And that match was amazing. So, now they were claiming it was the best ladder match of all time. Now, hang on now. I don't know. It was good, though. It was. They really. The two biggest spots, like, I know I was just talking about spots, but, like, the two biggest moments was, like, the two moments that both the Bucks almost died. Like, one, when Nick goes off the ladder and, like, his foot catches the freaking ropes and he lands on the tables on the outside. If his foot would have caught a little bit more, he was dead. He would have hit the apron. He would have died. And then Matt gets tipped over. Pentagon did this twice. Like, Pentagon just hurt both of them. Like, Pentagon tips the ladder over, and Matt just falls on it. Like, the back of his head just cracks the ladder, and he just I was scared. Like, I was like, they're hurt. I know they're hurt. But I didn't know if you were planning on talking about All Out. I just wanted to mention that because, like, that was absolutely insane. But here's the bad part. I was so close to the end. I was doing so good. I'm so thankful. Thank the Lord that the G1 is not ruined for me yet. But All Out, I was so close to getting to the main event. And you know how I was hyping. Like, I know you said you thought Jericho and I thought Hangman. But you know when you sing Hangman come out on that horse, you were losing your mind. I was losing my mind. I said, oh snap. Well, I actually wasn't there yet. But like, when I got to that point and I was hype, I wished I would have known, or I wished I wouldn't have known who was winning. Because before I got to that point, I was doing so good. I opened Instagram where I shouldn't have a problem, you wouldn't think. And lo and behold, who's standing there in front of a jet holding the title? Chris Jericho. So I was like, well, way to ruin the main event for you, Stu. Which I still, I tried to put it behind me. The match was still good. I just knew Hangman wasn't winning. And that really just... that I was so upset for like an hour. Like after that. Like every time I thought about it, I was like, oh gosh, I don't even like... I was like, I don't even really want to watch now. But like...
Oh my gosh.
But I did, of course. And it was still good. And Hangman came out on the horse. And that just made me want him to win more. And I like what they're doing now with Jericho, like, not even knowing where the title is. Like, someone stole it. I don't know where they're going with that, but that's cool.
You already got the title back.
I think I've seen a post about it, but, like, I didn't read it yet. But, anyways, that's my Monday. So just, other than that one little, fluke, or that's not the right word, but other than that one little mishap, everything's been all right.
So, as I thought, you had a good Labor Day weekend. As I thought, I figured you did. Monday, man, that's when stuff got real. That's when, if you would have saw me, you would have thought, man, this dude is pitiful. I was ashamed of how bad I felt. As soon as I stood up, I felt like I was about to puke. As soon as I would get up, oh, it's about to come. Let me lay back down. As soon as I would move my body, oh, it's about to come. Oh, man. At one point, I was laying down, and, like, I tried to move my arm, and I was like, I can't even move my arm. Like, my arm won't move. I was like, am I losing, like, are my nerves? What is going on? I couldn't pick my arm up. Oh, my gosh. My body hurt so... My coughs hurt. It hurt to cough. Oh, my gosh. And I had to get up because I had run out of chicken at this point. So I need dinner for today or like the next day. So I had 2 patties being made. Thankfully, the patties cooked well because I put those in the air fryer. So those went well. It only took 20 minutes, 10 minutes each side. Every time I stood up, I was about to die. But this is how bad I felt. All I had that day was some Lance peanut butter crackers. Those naked or Nikon, however you say, the cookie crackers kind of.
Yeah.
Had like 2 packs of that, a banana, maybe 1 pack, a banana and a yogurt. That's all I had all day, and I wasn't hungry. I had no energy. Like I've never felt worse in my whole life. I thought I had I don't know what I had. My mom tried to say, because that's when I had told her about it that day, because she asked how I was doing, because they're on vacation. So she's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, either I'm sick or I got allergies." I don't even know why I said I had allergies, because that was not an allergy. She was like, "Yeah, you might get allergies." I said, "No, this ain't no allergies." I've had allergies before. Oh, I need some Zyrtec. I'm sneezing. Oh, I got a runny nose. Okay, allergies. I can't move my arm. That's not allergies. My body is. Don't know how bad my body feels. I've never felt worse. So that day was a definite down. To bring my weekend from, we started off, just a regular Friday. Saturday was kind of bad. All out brought it up, and then it just went down. But I'm kind of glad because, not glad that I got sick. Glad I got sick when I did, because I needed, after Monday, literally I went to sleep on Monday night, and I was like, I gotta go to school tomorrow. I don't know how I'm about to do this. I'm about to be pitiful at school. And I woke up in the morning, and I forgot I was sick yesterday. To the point where I was like, oh, snap, I think I'm so sick. And I was like, oh, I feel fine. So I needed that extra day on Monday to get right, because if not, I don't know if I could have, I might have passed out at school. It was, I felt terrible. But yeah, that was Labor Day. That was my down. It seemed like you're up of a Labor Day, even though the main event got spoiled, but I'd rather. Actually, I don't know. I might have just taken my sickness over that main event being spoiled. Okay, that's iconic. I'm saying that now. Maybe at the time when I was sick, I might have said something different because I felt pitiful.
Have you ever just been in class and then it's all of a sudden you just get this sudden urge to be sick? I just
hold on. It was glitching right there. Did you just say? Have you ever just had the sudden urge to be sick?
No, you heard me wrong. I might have said it wrong. I said, you ever been in class and you just got sick, just in class, and it's kind of an important day. Say it's I've been in class and it was the day you get to study all the material before the test the next class, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's the teacher's going over some stuff you don't understand, so you're trying to listen, and then you just get this stomach ache and feel like you're about to throw up everywhere. And it's I really need to hear this, but I'm also about to die. Has that ever happened to you? Because that happened to me.
That specific situation hasn't, but I can completely understand. I randomly have to throw up, and I feel terrible. I can understand that because that used to be normal for me. Just having to throw up.
Yeah, you randomly throw up nobody's business. We can tell that story for a podcast one day of how many times you've just thrown up.
So I understand that, but just the in class randomly.
I mean, not just randomly, but in situations where you shouldn't, where you need to be there. I need to hear what this teacher's saying, but I feel like crap, and it's hitting me right now. You know what I'm saying? Or I've had that happen.
You gotta. seems like you need to. I don't know what your solution is for that. Does it still happen, or is this like it hasn't happened in a minute?
I mean, it ain't happened in a minute, but like just every once in a while, it just happens. Like I'm just like I get sick in class, and it's just like there, nothing you can do about it.
Okay, so the next topic. This is going to be a throwback to, I'd say, what episode was this? 1 or 2? When you brought up America's Got Talent. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Cody Lee.
Yes. So, now sometimes, well, just to say, I'm done being sick, but I still have this cough, as you can tell. And like, I kind of sound like congested, kind of. But other than that, it's gone. But that's why I keep coughing this whole time. But, sometimes, I think you already know this, sometimes Joe will, like, tell me something, like, I won't really listen to him, like, I won't even hear what he says.
Yep.
And so I was listening on the podcast. I was listening when you were talking about it, but I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch this. But then, like, a bunch of videos came up about golden buzzers, and I was like, well, I might as well watch what he said to watch. So I forgot what his name was. So I just tried to look up, like, I don't know what I looked up, and I came across this dude who I thought was him. His name was Tyler Butler Figueroa. And I was like, oh, this must be him. And I watched the video, and I'm like, yeah, that is sad. This Tyler Butler Figueroa, if I'm saying his name right, is like 8 or 10. I don't know. He plays the violin. He's really good. But he had a battle with cancer, and he got picked on at school, so that's why he started to play the violin, because he was being picked on. So I thought that was him until I realized it wasn't. I don't know how. Maybe I asked you what his name was. I don't know. But when you were first explaining, like, I'd already forgot what you said his situation was. So when you were explaining it, and you were saying, I don't care who else is running, Cody needs to win. Like, y'all need to vote for Cody. And I was thinking, like, well, what if there's somebody else that's in a bad situation also? And then I came across Tyler. I was like, see, like, Tyler's in a bad situation. People might want to, like, vote for him. So then I find Cody's video. And then I realized why you said, yeah, no, you gotta vote for Cody. I saw it, and I was like, yeah, I feel bad for both of them. Because, like, it kind of sucks, like, I don't know.
Right, yes.
But to be picked on for something that you didn't really, like, you're just sick, it's kind of messed up. I don't know why people
yeah
would do that. So,
I was saying Cody because, like, that's like, hard to do. Like, with his, like, that, it's amazing that he's able to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because he has to, Cody, because he has to overcome, like, physical things, like, but I'm not, demoting the other guy. I feel bad for them too, but, like,
wait, say that part again?
I'm not, like, demoting Tyler or anything. I'm just saying, like, what I think, I don't know. They're both good, but, like, Cody's, like, he's overcoming, like, this physical barrier too, like, being autistic and everything. It's still good.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, Tyler, this is terrible. It still is. And then I saw Cody. I was like, oh my gosh, that's really bad. Like, I feel really bad for him. And, like, I'm not gonna rank, like, which one is worse, but that I could definitely see why you said you should vote for him. Because I was like, when I saw that, and then, they did they love getting me like that. I don't know why they love to do that. They love to get a nice little golden buzzer in there. Get me all emotional.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you be sitting there when they hit that golden button, and you're like, why do I got these little? Why I got water in my eyes? What is this water in my eyes?
And the one that really gets me, a golden buzzer is a golden buzzer. But there's something a little bit different when it's a Simon golden buzzer. because I just feel like that man don't like nobody sometimes.
Right.
And for him to give you a golden buzzer, it's like, dang, you don't got Simon giving you one. So I hope. I don't even know if Tyler was from the same one, like the same year or so. I don't even know. But hopefully they both made it really far. Cody is. I don't even know how that's possible. Like,
I don't know
like,
about. Yeah.
I don't know how you can do cause it's like his I don't know. I don't know how you. I'm speechless. It was amazing.
I don't know about Tyler, but Cody's going on like right now. Like that's this season live.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't know when Tyler was. I know Cody was. I don't know when. I don't even know if they're in the same one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But Tyler, I mean, he was playing the violin pretty far. I was like, I mean, you don't even even without him being picked on from that, he was still playing it really far. So, best of luck to. I mean, I don't even know if it's still happening. Is it still going on?
Yeah, like Cody's.
Okay, the season hasn't ended.
No.
Okay, well, best of luck to Cody and Tyler if you were even on in this season. I don't know. Yeah, that's. I just wanted to mention that as a throwback, which is kind of. You got something else for that, or?
No, that was it.
All right, so we'll go to another throwback. One that this one kind of hurt me. This one hit me where it hurts. I don't know what podcast this was. Maybe the first one, second one. But Stewart had said, "You heard that new Jonas Brothers song?" I said, "No, I have not." He says, "I won't say nothing, but there's a new Jonas Brothers song." So as soon as the podcast ended, and we hang up the phone, I'm trying to find this song, and all I see is that they released a new music video for their song. What song was it? Only Human?
Yeah.
Only Human. So when I saw that, I was like, I really hope he didn't just get me hyped for a song that's been out since they came out with their new album.
Well, see, I can.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just. I didn't listen to the whole album, so I just thought that was new.
To anybody that was like me and was like, "Oh, new Jonas Brothers song," you can stop looking. There wasn't one. You've already heard it if you listened to the album when it came out, like me. So there is no new Jonas Brothers song.
But if you're like me,
I
mean, if you're like me and haven't heard the album, it's a new song.
I mean, if you haven't heard the album, literally every song on there is a banger. So just go ahead and just get that album rolling so you can hear all those ones.
You don't talk about banging albums. Hey, what's today's date?
9/5.
Okay, tomorrow in 13 minutes. I don't know if it's dropping at 12, but Post Malone's coming out with Hollywood's Bleeding, his third album. You heard Circles?
I just listened to it right before the podcast.
Amazing.
I don't know if his is gonna top. I love Post Malone. I like his sound. I like his songs. I don't know if he could top the Jonas Brothers album, just comparing the two because we're talking about them, because there's a lot of emotional weight behind that Jonas Brothers one.
Yeah.
It's like their comeback album. So he's gonna have to come with banger after banger after he already does that. But he's gonna have to come with it even more now if he wants album of the year. But he might do it. The Jonas Brothers thing made me want to talk about who's your favorite artist / band of all time. I would say, I don't know if I know who it is right now. I would say I think I know who it is, or I knew who it was maybe 5 years ago. I don't know if I know it now.
For me?
Yeah. I don't know if I know your artist of all time, like who's your favorite person or band. I think I might have knew it like 5 years ago. I don't think I know it anymore.
What do you think you knew 5 years ago? Because I'm not even sure if I know.
I thought like back then it was Selena Gomez because this man loves Selena Gomez back then. That's what if you had to tell me back then to pick, I would have said probably Selena Gomez because that man loves some Selena Gomez.
But not like
I don't know if you like her anymore. Just keep listening. I don't know, but
not really. I mean, like I don't really like her anymore. I mean, I don't have nothing against her. I just like don't like listen to her anymore. But I wasn't even like I didn't even consider her. I know it was like Selena Gomez in the scene or whatever, but I didn't really consider that whole band. So I wouldn't say that was my band.
No. It's favorite. It's artist. Like Post Malone's an artist.
Oh,
but if the Migos, like the Migos, I'm counting the band as like one person. So I know the Migos not a band, but like the Migos is multiple people, but it's one group. That's what I mean in that sense.
So you're just
band / artist. It's all the same.
You're talking about like just my favorite artist in general right now, and of all time.
All time. Who's your all time?
All time. Okay. There's been a lot. I can give you some of my nominees.
I need one.
I have to narrow it down myself because you put me on the spot. So,
okay.
Old. We talking like old. I ain't really like. I listen to some old music because like my dad loves the old rock and stuff. But like I can't say none of them were my favorite because like if I was living back in the time with like Aerosmith and all that I'd be like, oh, that's banging. But like even like Backstreet Boys, like that's we were born in '99 and that's like early '90s. I can't even be like, oh, Backstreet Boys are fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I can say that, but like I'm not because like they're not my all time.
No, I'm saying like if you listen to them and you like their music, you can choose them.
I know, but I don't. I like some of their songs.
So why would you give an example of somebody you don't like?
Listen, wait a minute. Listen, I'm narrowing it down for myself.
So you have to name the people you don't like to narrow it down?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like them; they're just mediocre. Okay. So we got here's the other top. We got Lil Wayne. We have Post Malone. We have. Here's how I categorize it, and I think about this myself all the time. If you are somebody who has made a song, and I've liked every one of your songs you've ever made, I've never disliked a song you've made, you're up there for me. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly, like, I like
that's not groundbreaking. I think a lot of people would say that's true.
Okay, yeah. So, there's only a few people that I've, like, never not liked a song by them. And it's kind of funny, too, because, like, I'm generally a rap, hip-hop, poppy kind of guy. That's what I listen to. But some of my favorites come from, like, other genres. You know what I'm saying? So, one is Lil Wayne. He's always been, like, my dude. I've always liked Lil Wayne. Post Malone, because I've never heard a Post Malone song I don't like. And this is where it gets, because I really, I grew up listening to country music because that's, all you hear around here. But, like, I'm not, like, an advocate for, like, country music. I'm not, like, listening to it every day. But there's people that I like that are, like, there's really two artists. One is, Luke Combs. You ever heard of Luke Combs?
Don't try me. I like country music.
Okay.
You don't have to do that.
I know you do, but like I'm just this is newer, like newer people.
I have
okay.
Yes, I have a whole playlist of country music on my phone.
Okay.
Yes,
Luke Combs has never made a bad song. Florida Georgia Line has never made a bad song. And no, it's not just because Georgia's in the name. they really, I like.
Florida's in the name too.
Exactly. So I really don't like. I've never not liked one of their songs.
Are they called that because there's a border with Georgia and Florida? Is that what the line part means?
No, I think this is what I've always thought. I have no idea. This is not facts. This is what I think. I think each of them is from one of the states. Like, I think one of the guys is from Florida and the other guy's from Georgia. And so, huh?
Make that up.
No, there's only two. There's only two guys.
Okay.
But they've never came out with a bad song. Luke Combs, Florida Georgia Line, Post Malone, Lil Wayne. Anybody else who's never made a bad song? Jonas Brothers. I don't think the Jonas Brothers have ever made a bad song. All time. I'm cashing in my chips on Lil Wayne.
Wayne is your favorite artist of all time?
At this point, yes. You let Post Malone keep going, he might overtake it. But right now, I can't say he's passing Wayne yet.
No.
Yep. And you left like Disney stars out. You left all those Disney stars. Yeah, but that was fine in my childhood. But it didn't continue for me. So I'm not still listening to Hannah Montana over here.
Nobody does because I don't think she makes music anymore. Hannah Montana doesn't make any music.
Well, yeah. Miley does. Miley got some cool stuff. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, you just said Hannah Montana. You talking about Miley or Hannah Montana?
No, okay, listen. Go ahead. Because let me tell you why I just said I don't have Disney people on my list. Because let me tell you how well I know you. I guarantee you this is somebody who's been on Disney. You want me to put money? I'd put money. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't plan on giving a whole list. But if we're giving like a few, I already have my number one. But I would throw Sabrina Carpenter's on there.
There it is.
Never made a song I don't like. Also, she said new album come out a little bit ago. Really good. Her talent level, like, if you just look at her, like, singing ability and, like, listen to her sing, she is very talented. I don't know why she doesn't get, like, the notoriety, but she's very talented. And she's not, it's not like Disney music. It's like actual music. Like, it sounds good. But she's on there. I got Lil Dicky on there. Because rapper, that man might be my favorite rapper. It really don't rap. Because Lil Dicky is, he raps about stuff that he doesn't rap about nothing you would expect. Like he has a whole rap about the Lion King. Just about like the Lion King. He has a rap about the Lion King. He has a rap about growing up in the 90s. Random. He has a rap where he just like raps about sports, like straight sports. He raps about saving money, like and like if you listen to like his actual raps, he like his skill to like put everything together and like everything is like something. Like I don't, you just gotta listen. He's very talented. And then I got the Jonas Brothers on there. I can just go ahead and say Jonas Brothers are number one.
There it is.
You can't. To hear you say the Jonas Brothers, Jonas Brothers to write a bad song. I feel like you're just saying that because this man does not hype up the Jonas Brothers at all.
No, I like them. They're up there for me.
They might be the best band ever.
I mean, I would consider them for best band ever. Maybe. I didn't put another band in my top list, so yeah, I guess that'd make them the best band.
Like I could listen. I mean, I do. I have like on my phone, I had different playlists, and like I got a playlist just with their songs, like, and then there's one for just Lil Dicky songs. Sabrina has one for her songs. Like, if you're fun like that, you gotta get your own playlist with all your pop songs, or basically all your songs, because all your songs are pop. But that's probably my three. Now, if I start to try to name more, I'm kind of grasping. So I guess I should probably stop there because I guess I don't have any more. My favorite, like I like a lot of people, but all time it's probably just those three. With Jonas Brothers taking the cake easily, just for like longevity. Even though they took that break, like they came back, picked up right where they left off. So do you got anything else for that?
No, I think that's it.
All right. I got a bunch of different options for us to go to. We'll go with this. Okay. So, if I asked you what show has the best theme song to you, what's your first answer?
I got a few. I really, because like, and you can't say like first answer because like 8 of them came to my head.
Okay, so name them off and then give what you would say is the best.
Okay, you got The Office, you got Game of Thrones, you got there's like literally, I'd say Hannah Montana, Wizards, and Sweet Life on deck, or just Sweet Life.
Okay.
Raven.
Okay. You're getting in dangerous territory to where you're going to leave out some songs that you guys wanted to say.
I know, yeah.
To get the old shows like that.
Yeah.
Unless one of the ones you haven't said is your number one. I assume the ones you said so far, one of them is your number one.
But if you're going to just turn on one and me just be vibing with it, just like...
Yeah, like which show has the best theme song?
Hannah Montana.
That's a great choice. Any specific reason why?
Because I was singing them all in my head, and I think I just like singing the Hannah Montana one the best.
Okay. See, yeah, all the ones you said, I never seen Game of Thrones, so I can't say, but I'm sure it does have a good theme song. I heard it's a great show. They're all great. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Hannah Montana. But I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. So, my choice, I wouldn't call it cheating.
If you have to start out by saying, I wouldn't call it cheating.
I would call it. That's just good on them. That's just good on them. That's not cheating. That's just good on them. And it almost lines up with the fact of when we debated top Disney shows, and we were like, if we're combining Sweet Life and Sweet Life on deck, then that's unstoppable. It kind of goes with that, but kind of not. My choice for the show that has the greatest theme song is Pokemon. Now let me tell you why. They literally, I'm not even kidding. They probably have at least 15 from after I stopped watching, just like including the ones I've watched. If I would have seen the other ones and watched the show, I probably would have liked those too. But they have 15 theme songs, and they're all good. You have the first one. I'm not gonna go through them all, but there's the first one, and they're just Battle Frontier. That one's good. Diamond and Pearl is amazing. Like, there's so many good ones in there. For like, when you put all those together, like I feel like it can't be touched. To where you like that one show gives you all those different theme songs, and they all resonate like the same exact way. I think that just shows that.
I would definitely put the first one up. I didn't think about that, but I definitely put that first season up there because that one's like a legendary one. But
yeah, that's the first one's amazing, but like the other ones are just as good. Like I could sing along just the same with the first one. Like with Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl is amazing. Have you heard that one? Did you watch Diamond and Pearl?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, I don't know who they had writing these theme songs, but I hope they got paid well because they were. I think that gives them the best theme song. If you were to go only include one, it's probably a whole different story. But to me, that's just good on them for changing their theme song each season. Like when they go to a new place each time, and it's good. I'm going with Pokemon.
Fair enough.
I'd say we got time for maybe one or two more. Like this one's gonna take a while. So with this one, so we'll probably save that. Have you seen Stranger Things season 3?
So I have okay. Now this, I know generally people are like, dang, really, Stu? But like, you know me, and you know how I watch shows. I basically take like 7 years to watch a show. Okay.
But you've at least seen Stranger Things season 3. I know you've at least seen that.
Actually, if you're thinking about it, now that I think about it, it might be. I don't know how. You know how long you've been telling me to watch Arrow and Flash?
Yeah.
We might be close to 7 years. I'm not even. Anyways. I watched season.
I know you've seen it.
I watched season 1.
Okay, and then you followed up when season 2 came out. Obviously.
Started season 2. I told Mackenzie.
Obviously.
I told Mackenzie, I was like, "Hey, heard about Stranger Things?" She was like, "I heard about it. I ain't watched it." I said, "You want me to rewatch season 1 with you and catch you up on season 2?" She said, I'll think about it. So I was like, "Okay, I'll wait on season 2."
Oh, Lord.
I'm still waiting.
Oh my gosh.
I have so much. You know what? Here's my predicament. I try to get on these shows, and then something new with wrestling comes out, and I gotta watch the whole G1. Not that I don't want to watch the whole G1, but I also have these shows that I'm never gonna get to if I keep having to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you supposed to blend a podcast? I'm not even talking about our podcast. Listening to Solid Monster, watching wrestling, and watching shows.
Stuart, earlier you said that we're not the same person, but we have a lot of the same interest. When it comes to entertainment and like stuff that we watch that's like big, we pretty much watch the same exact stuff. And I've caught up on all this stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
you can't multitask. That's your problem.
Yeah, but I like to focus my full attention on the thing. You will be brushing your teeth or eating and like listening to the podcast. Like, I can't do that. Like, I have to focus on that one thing because I don't like missing any details. Because like I know you watch the G1 and listen, but like I'll mention the things to you sometime and be like, "Hey, did you hear Chris Charles?"
I pay attention to the G1. I don't do nothing else when I watch the G1.
Yeah, but I said like, "Did you hear Chris mention the other day on commentary?" And be like, "No, I missed that." Yeah, see, I don't be missing no commentary.
You know how long ago that was, Stuart? I don't just remember that.
I'm just saying, that's how I am. I can't miss it. So I'm on season 2, like episode 1. But let me say this. I do want to say something that it's kind of not fair. I don't know how I did this, okay? Before I stopped watching season 2 and was going to see if Mackenzie wanted to watch with me, I was watching season 2. I watched episode 1 and I watched episode 2. And episode 2 looked so similar to one of the episodes in season 1. And I was like, I swear I've seen this. But there's no way. Maybe it's like a flashback to season 1. I finished all of episode 2 and I look and I literally had rewatched an episode from season 1. I don't know how I clicked on it. So technically, I was rewatching stuff. So like,
well, are you? So have you not watched it? Are you still waiting on her to watch it, or have you just is that over with and you just haven't got around to watching it?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch it by myself now. But I still have to finish all the Netflix Marvel stuff. I have to watch all Arrow. Don't even get me on the Arrowverse. There's like a new. I actually did catch up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Gotham, but now there's like new seasons of them. And I was watching Game of Thrones. I ain't watched that in a while. I was actually doing really good on it, and just all of a sudden, well, there was an episode that made me really mad, but it was kind of hard to pick it back up after that episode. But anyways.
Well, I'll say this. Season 3 was amazing. I watched it, let's see. So we had our exam like 2 Mondays ago. We had our exam on the 18th. No, the 19th. The 19th of August. So, up until then, like, I know Stranger Things have been out for a while over the summer.
Yeah.
So, like, I was kind of late to get into it. But that was because I have this thing to where, like, for some reason, I don't think shows are good, even though, like, I know it's a good show. Like, I'll be like, yeah, I want to watch that one. Like,
right.
Like,
yeah,
I mean, Stranger Things is alright, but, like, I don't need to, like, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was talking like that. Because as soon as I started watching it, I was like, oh, yeah, this show is really good.
Yeah, that's how I do.
So,
that's how I do with the Marvel.
What?
That's how I am with the Marvel Netflix shows. I'm like, dang, Iron Fist, I gotta watch another one of these, but then it's like good.
So, the thing that catapulted me into watching it was the fact that season 3 of 13 Reasons Why came out. And I said, okay, now I'm starting to get behind. So I said, I got a test coming up Monday. So after my test, I won't have no studying to do because we just tested over all the material we've just been going over for 2 weeks. So I have nothing to do after my test. So I'm going to watch the season 3 of Stranger Things. I watched the whole season in one day. From when I finished the test, then when I went to sleep. I don't think I've ever done that before. I highly recommend doing that. I recommend watching it all in one sitting. Because that season, I'll put it like this. Ask me how good season 3 of Stranger Things was.
How good was it? Now, be careful with this answer.
No. Hold on, wait a minute. This I'm going to tell you something that's obvious. It's going to be obvious, and then you're going to be like, well, damn, wait a minute. How good is this? So, okay, ask me again.
I know exactly what you're about to say. How good is season 3?
Season 3 of Stranger Things is so good that the season finale itself deserves an Emmy. Just the season finale. Just episode 8. Forget the rest of the season. That was amazing.
There's only 8 episodes.
How good is season 3? The last episode deserves an Emmy. Imagine that. The last episode of the season is and then you throw on the whole rest of the season. That season was amazing.
Now we ain't talked about this in a long time because I'm so behind on the Arrowverse, but I just assumed your go-to answer was, "Oh, nothing's better than the Flash. Nothing's better than the Flash TV show." But every once in a while, you'd watch something and it'd be so fresh on your mind that you'd be like, "That might have been as good as the Flash." So I thought you were about to say season 3 that beats the Flash. But like, I don't know if you're still as hype about the Flash show as you used to be. But
I would say
I thought that's what you were about to say.
when comparing to Flash, it's not Flash as a whole. Even though the Flash series amazing, I still love it. When the new season comes out, I'm gonna kill it. But when you want to talk about at its finest, it's that season 1 Flash. That's that season 1 Flash. That's when you want to compare it to something. The season 3 of Stranger Things I shipped to season 1 of Flash, yes. Okay, wait. Ask me to the last episode. Yes. The last episode. You don't. This season. I know I'm hyping it up, but you're probably gonna watch it and be like, "You didn't hype it up enough. This thing was amazing." Oh my gosh, that is so good. They need to. If they don't win an award for something, I'm gonna be kind of mad. Like, that is amazing. You need to hop on it. Like, forget whatever else you're watching. Just get you a day and it'll only take you a day. I could have finished earlier, but I had been on the phone. The Juan had called me. We talked for like an hour or something. So that's a good chunk of this that's a whole episode that I was missing. And I still finished in a day, and I had a whole test that morning. So you could finish it in a day. You just gotta sit down and man, okay. It was amazing. Highly recommend to anybody that hasn't. I'm going to say it's better than the previous seasons because usually when something comes out, I'll rewatch. Like when season 2 came out, I rewatched season 1. But season 3 came out, I didn't rewatch season 1 and 2. I just watched a recap of both of them to like get my mind right. All 3 seasons are great, but season 3 is just something else. You need to watch it.
I'll get to it.
No. That's what I was saying. You need to watch it.
I gotta watch the G1. So.
Yeah. Forget that G1.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think you understand. You got anything? I know you ain't even seen it, so I don't think there's anything you really had, really.
No, I mean, I'm hyped for it. So I just, you know how it is.
Well, I think we have approached about an hour and a half, and I guess it shows that this is my first episode producing because we didn't even get to like everything I had on the list. So, I mean, which is fine. We just talk more about stuff. But I got one for next time. There's definitely gonna be some great stuff still to come. But that's going to do it for this, unless you had anything else. I know you had mentioned the All Out thing and talking about that. I didn't know if you had finished. Never, I had already planned out this. I didn't think you were going to be finished. You said you were going camping, so we can just do it another day. Next time if you want.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about it still.
I will say, I guess I'm down 5-1 in the versus. I knew. See, you know, the main event had already been spoiled, and I had the point for the women's battle royal, and you didn't get the point for Moxley, and I had seen that you already got the point for the main event, and so I was riding on the best friends winning, and they didn't, and I was like, dang. But once again, I was really 50-50 on Jericho, and we can talk about that, yeah, like next week or whatever. But I was fine with Jericho winning. Points-wise, of course I wanted Hangman, but it was great. It was great. If that's it, then we'll continue on. But I'll let you close this one out because this is technically your episode. So, as for Stu, which is me, I'm signing off. Go ahead, Sims.
Well, we didn't get everything like I said, but that just means I have another whole episode down the road lined up for y'all. You get another banger like this, so definitely be ready for that, because I don't know if it's gonna be next week. Because if we're doing all out, then that may take up some time. So I may just hand that off to somebody else. Like, somebody else is only one other person. I may send it off to Stuart. But the one after, it might be another one for me. Might not. I don't know. I got a whole list of stuff just sitting here still. So we got plenty. I got plenty of stuff to go through. So there's no worries on the good content that you got this week. Not saying that Stuart doesn't make, he doesn't have his good episodes, but it's my episode. We all know my episodes are fun. But yeah, that's it. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for watching that clip at the beginning, because I know you liked it. But thank you. Share. Let people know about our podcast. One Stop Shop Podcast. This is episode 5, right?
Yeah, that's 5.
It's episode 5. So thank you for listening. I don't have to tell you this again, but I will. We have timestamps for next time when you're clicking through. Just remember, we have timestamps for episode 6 whenever it comes out. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank y'all for listening, and we will see y'all next time.